Getting you yet another big voice on India Today this morning on a complete coverage of RK Nagar by-polls being scrapped. This is DMK working president M.K Stalin speaking out, demanding a CBI probe. Take a listen. And get you the entire reaction by M.K Stalin, but he said probe netas against whom IT raids have been conducted. He's also said a CBI probe must be initiated. And let's go across to Akshaya and also my colleague Pramod, who are joining us this morning. Probe netas against whom IT raids is conducted is what M.K Stalin is saying, Pramod. But at the same time, TTV Dinakaran calling it a conspiracy, saying that Election Commission knew he is going to win and that's why polls have been scrapped.
Well, Devina, there seems to be no kind of actual evidence with TTV Dinakaran when he says like Election Commission has cancelled it because he's going to win. This is not the way Election Commission works. Election Commission is only working for free and fair way to conduct an election, and as we know, until now since freedom, this is the way it's been working on. But TTV Dinakaran, not just now, even 3 days back when we spoke to them, we clearly asked him, do you think after this transfer of police officers and the way developments are going in RK Nagar, there is a possibility for the cancellation of the election? That point also he will clearly mention that there is a possibility of cancellation of elections because everybody know that he is going to win. That only shows his confidence. Not just that, as you mentioned, even M.K Stalin, this is the second time he's asking for a CBI probe. Earlier, he mentioned very clearly that he was very much taken back that DMK lost the 2016 assembly elections just by 1%, and that too because of money being distributed to the voters. DMK took this to the Election Commission, it seems, as per his allegations. And he also mentions that Election Commission did not take adequate actions, and that's the reason DMK lost it. And right now, he mentions that not just Vijay Bhaskar, the whole cabinet was there in RK Nagar, which is true, including CM Edappadi Palaniswamy. Everybody were canvassing for TTV Dinakaran at that point. So based on that, he's bringing another allegation stating that CBI probe should be initiated, and he wants EC to facilitate it, Devina.
All right, Pramod and Akshaya, be with me, because even as the working president of DMK, M.K Stalin has called for a CBI probe, is the expelled AIADMK MP Sasikala Pushpa, who today morning on India Today has demanded president's rule in the state. She said in the light of 89 crore rupees being routed allegedly to bribe voters, and this entire evidence being unearthed from the IT department, from Tamil Nadu Health Minister and his associates, calls for a serious intervention by the president himself. Take a listen.
Actually, it is clearly understood that the ruling party minister, through the IT raid, it is clearly known to the world that they are corrupted, and those money have been pumped for RK Nagar constituency by-election. The evidence is there with the Election Commission's 29 pages report. So there is no conspiracy. Everything is clear. And Mr. TTV Dinakaran to be taken into custody by the Election Commission. He should be arrested, and 6 years term he should not be there as a candidate for any election. This, if the punishment given stringently, then only everybody will afraid that this kind of activity should not be done in the country. This should be a lesson to every politician that the voters cannot be diverted through money. I think Chief Minister is accountable, and some senior ministers have been involved in the activity. The evidence have been taken. So through this thing, I request the Honorable Prime Minister to recommend the Honorable President to evoke Article 356, and new election should be there in the state of Tamil Nadu, and the President's rule to be there if we are in real democracy.
Let me go across to my colleague Akshaya, who's also with us this morning. Akshaya, you've been speaking to voters in RK Nagar. Now, this is the lowest that we've seen post former Chief Minister's demise. The fight for Jaya legacy, how are the voters viewing it, and how are they reacting to the Election Commission's decision at RK Nagar?
Well, Devina, it seems like a sigh of relief for the voters at RK Nagar, because this has been a very controversial election, and almost both the sides, both the OPS and the EPS sides, have been making, counter comments and allegations have been ongoing strife. And vote for scam is something that has not been under the wrap, but openly being done all around the place. And that is one factor which was affecting the people also, because the deciding factor, they're being influenced in all corners. Now they're having a sigh of relief, thinking that this is not going to happen now. They have a time period to think and to decide on who will be the actual leader for their constituency. But at the same time, it is seen that the Election Commission had prepared extensively for this bypolls. They had executed a lot of plan. They had also brought in multiple field work leaders and also CRPF officials as well. So now it's a huge blow to them at the same time.
Okay, Akshaya, be with me. Let me also get in C. Punyan, who's joining us from the AIADMK. He represents the Sasikala faction as well. Mr. Punyan, grave allegations coming your way. M.K. Stalin has demanded CBI probe against the leaders whom he believes the Income Tax Department is questioning. Your response?
Madam, excuse me. I am representing OPS faction.
Apologies, Mr. Punyan. My apologies on that. Mr. Punyan is with the Paneer Selvam faction, sir. So the question remains the same. Your response on M.K. Stalin asking for a CBI probe. Do you believe it should be initiated against the health minister and his associates who being alleged to be involved in a cash for vote scandal?
See, the law should take its own course of action. That is the stand of our party. Law of the Election Commission, unfortunately, is a little toothless. That is my personal view. That should be, the election law should be read with the Representation of People Act and the Constitution, and all these things have to be deeply gone into. In future, such corrupt practice to the worst extent, if to be averted, the action should be very stringent by Election Commission as well as by central government. They must teach a lesson to the such a very bad political corrupt practice, which is very much alarming, which has never happened in any part of the country. All necessary actions, either CBI action or central government, is the competent authority to take stern action for such corrupt practice, bird earning, and violation of the IT Act, and so many things are there in addition to the electoral corrupt practice. Central government should initiate and take exigently stringent action. That is the view of our party.
But Mr. Punyan, your party is also under scanner because the Election Commission has said that it's an atmosphere that's been vitiated. There have been allegations also that's been thrown at your camp for alleged bribing of voters.
It is absolutely untrue. I can use a harsh word, stupid. There is no allegation against our party. We are neither on policy in regard for that. We have decided, we have informed to the public at large that we would resort only to a fair election, clean election, pure election. That is what we have been doing.
Mr. Punyan, there is a demand that's coming in of a president's rule in the state now. Sasikala Pushpa, who's the expelled AIADMK MP, has said enough of the infighting that we have seen. It's about time that people are made accountable. It's about time that Tamil Nadu politics credibility is established, and hence there should be a president's rule in the state. Your response?
See, many people are airing their own views. For everything, we cannot give our comments. As far as we are concerned, there should be stringent legal action against all the culprits involved in this very unfortunate, loathsome episode.
Seeing the cancellation of the polls, RK Nagar by-polls, as a win for your camp, because now you do get more time to go to voters and clarify all the allegations against your camp.
Would have the election not been cancelled, even then we would have positively won the election. Why? Because the public are fully with us. They are against Sasikala faction. They are totally against Stalin DMK faction, because Stalin DMK faction also is known for its deep-rooted corrupt practice for over 20 years in all India politics, Tamil Nadu politics. Now It is proved by the election commission. They also have given 2,000 rupees per vote. Would have the election been conducted, definitely we would have won with a massive victory. That's why our leader, Mr. O. Pannirselvam, told the election should not be cancelled.
Well, you're confident of a victory.
Now that it is cancelled, when the election is rescheduled and conducted, positively, massively, we will win the election with the support of the mass at large.
Okay, that would have been decided on April 12th, but clearly that opportunity now being deferred by the election commission. That's the word that you're getting right now from the Pannirselvam camp, that if the election would have taken place, we were confident of victory, but calling for investigation into the allegations of at least 89 crore money being routed to bribe voters. And in this one, you have the Sasikala camp minister in the dock and his associates. A short break here. Stay with us. On the other side, it's India Today.